Thank you for staying with us. It's time now to take a look at stories making headlines on the front page of Nigerian newspapers. And I begin with the Punch newspaper. The major story here: Rivers plans parallel secretariat as police bar Fubara Caretaker Chairmen. Rivers plans parallel secretariats as police bar Fubara Caretaker Chairmen. And the rider there, Governor orders Caretaker Chairmen to get alternative secretariat as police shot LGs. Another story there talking about the cholera outbreak. NCDC may declare emergency. Lagos issues safety guidelines. But the government eyes $4.4 billion new loans as debt hits 101 trillion naira. Those are some of the stories you find on the front page of the Punch newspaper. We move now to the front page of the Daily Times. Fubara swears in CTC, that's Caretaker Chairman, amidst political confusion in Rivers. The riders there says Rivers once set pace in unconstitutionality on provision on local government tenure. Directs audit of council's accounts, declares state of emergency, Rivers fast. APC urges federal government. Another story there, like we told you earlier, Nnamdi Kanu seeks out-of-court settlement in alleged terrorism charge as court orders open space meeting with his lawyers. At the downstrip, Rivers unrest, IGP tightens security, condemns killing of officers, others investigation. Another story at the top corner. How physical verification exercise exposed ghost workers. Yemi is speaking. Reps hail Nigeria Armed Forces for successes against insecurity. Alleged cocaine deal, court denies Abba Kyari, others bail plea. Some stories you find on the front page of the Daily Times. To the front page of the Daily Independent now, still talking about the Rivers local government tenure crisis. Fubara orders probe of the LGs, swears in Caretaker Chairman. And the riders there says Rivers won't set precedents on local government tenure extension. PDP warns ex-Rivers local government chairman against disrupting peace. IGP orders heightening security measures in state. Wants killers of vigilante police officer arrested. Kano Emirship tussle. NNPP accuses federal government of plotting violence, state of emergency. Again, aviation unions call for constitution of sectors board. Edo PDP expelled Dan-Ikpoyi, Philip Shuaibu, Ogbede, Elamah. But the government can tax airlines to fund aviation agencies, an Aero CEO is saying. All right, APC demands state of emergency in Rivers. Those are some of the stories you find on the front page of the Daily Independent. To the front page of the Nation newspaper now. Rivers crisis, police retain control of council secretariats. Fubara appointed Caretaker Chairman, can't access offices. IG directs probe of killings as death toll rises to 3. APC declares state of emergency. And another story here. All set for Olakunlehin's coronation as 43rd Olubadan. Anxiety in Kanu over federal court ruling on Emir tussle. And Customs generates 4.49 trillion naira in 1 year. That's what they're saying. And White Tinubu flew to South Africa on chartered aircraft. Those are some of the stories you find on the front page of the Nation newspaper. To the First News newspaper now. Tinubu's alleged disgrace in South Africa. That's what the paper is saying. Presidency blast Aisha Yusufu refutes claim. And another story here. Drug trafficking charges. Court rejects Abba Kyari's fresh bail application. Locked out, New Rivers Local Government Chairmen blocked from headquarters access and cites police orders. APC calls for state of emergency in Rivers amid political turmoil. You are instigating crisis, PDP replies. And Abuja, Lagos ranked cheapest cities to live in Africa. Abuja, Lagos ranked cheapest cities to live in Africa. It's quite an interesting read. Legal developments in Nnamdi Kanu signals potential negotiation with federal government. Those are some of the stories you find on the front page of the First News newspaper. To the leadership newspaper now. Repealed emirate law on easy coming. Kanu as court rules today. The rider there, APC and NPP on warpath over Kwankwaso's allegations don't throw Kanu into anarchy. And Nigeria's crude production may dip as ITO shuts 50,000 barrels per day, OML 29. Those are some of the stories you find on the front page of the leadership newspaper. To the Daily Trust now. Kanu Emirate tussles, Sanusi Bayero no fit today. Police deploy around court, strategic locations, NMPP, APC exchange fresh tackles. There are more stories there on the front page of the Daily Trust. You can pick it up for more. And the New Telegraph is the last one with me. Alleged terrorism, Nnamdi Kanu ready to negotiate with federal government lawyer. Justice Nyako dismisses fresh application challenging court's jurisdiction to entertain court counts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, and 15. Some stories you find on the front page of the New Telegraph. Theophilus.
All right, from my end, we'll start with the Vanguard newspaper. It says here, minimum wage, why governors others are foot dragging. Naira depreciation makes Lagos, Abuja cheapest global cities for expatriates, says report. Cholera outbreak, federal government may declare emergency, says NCDC DG. Edoguba, PAP expels Shuaibu Obi, cites anti-party activities. Customs to establish stable FX rate for import. Rivers crisis, Fubara orders probe of local government accounts. Petit wants Arsenal to sign Simi. That's in the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Let's move to the Blueprint. The Blueprint is saying here, intensify efforts to secure Nigeria, CAS charges commanders. Police recruitment deepens PSC IGP crisis. Wike, Yusuf Eno, Obaze Aremu win this Nigeria Gold Award. $800 million World Bank loan, federal government applies for 18 months deadline extension. That's the Blueprint newspaper this morning. Daily News Hub says, CBN heist. How Emefiele's PA, others shared $6.2 million under 24 hours. And the writer says, ex-APEC Bank governors aides alone took $3.730 million, 1.4 billion naira invested in real estate. Suspects were about still unknown as federal government initiate extradition proceedings in court. Rivers IGP orders arrest of vigilance operatives, police arrest killers. Declares state of emergency in Rivers, APC tells federal government. Recruitment dispute, PSA union demands IGP sack. That's in the Daily News Hub this morning. So let's move to this Nigeria. And it says here, cholera, Lagos issues health advisory to parent schools. Ogun, Edo, others direct school heads to prevent spread. Rivers unrest, IGP condemns killing of officers, orders investigation. Nigeria's forex reserves fall to 0.26% as global reserves hit 12.3 trillion naira. That's in this Nigerian newspaper this morning. Nigeria NewsDirect is saying here how Nigeria is losing millions of dollars annually to technology transfer regulations non-compliance as federal government moves to penalize defaulters. Nostra confirms oil spill from Nimbe fields, Rivers crisis, Rivers LG crisis, PDP, APC in war of words, decry unrest, Kano expresses willingness to settle case with federal government out of court. PDP expels Shuaibu, national vice chairman, over anti-party activity. That's in the Nigerian NewsDirect this morning. Let's move now to the Platform Times. 32 out of 36 states depend on federal government allocation to survive, says report. Drought pushes 40 million Nigerians into poverty, says minister. Mara warns a 40% increase in drug use by youth in 2030. And last, Makinde approves Lakulei as for the third Olubado. How we expose workers living abroad but still earning salaries from civil service, says Yemi. Customs revenue hits 4.49 trillion naira, surges 74% in 1 year. Hajj, death toll passes 900 as loved ones search for missing relatives. That's in the Platform Times newspaper this morning. So let's move now to Sporting Life for sport lovers. It says here, release clause of Simeon, £120 million fee scares European clubs. Only Saudi offers on the table. AFN list Amuson, Brume, additional 37 others. Temper cost me Arsenal, Manchester United move, says Taribo. Manchester United were unfaithful to Ten Hag, says Cole. Pep club rivalry made me join Liverpool, says Slot. Arteta should replace Pep at Man City. Lazio open talks for £30 million Greenwood. Chelsea rejects €20 million offer for Gallagher. That's in the Sporting Life newspaper this morning. Of course, that's it all from me here.
All right. I believe that our viewers have been updated, and whichever story interests you, you can pick up the papers to get more details on all of these stories coming up on TVC Breakfast.